Alright, so today I'm going to tell you a story about a good friend of mine called Freddy the Fixer. He used to have his own gaff down the road from a place called the 654 Club. So one night, Freddy's sitting there in his own bar having a few drinks. It was a bit of a slow night. And all of a sudden, doors bust open and in walk four guys. Right? And they's all dressed like big man them kings, yeah? So these four guys, they sit down, start enjoying themselves, having a few drinks. They get a bit bored. And they come over and they say, "Yo Fred, you're a fixer. Will you hook us up with some gyadem, you know?" So he says, "Okay, let's see what I can do." So he goes out the front, takes a walk down the street, and he walks down 1, 2, 3 blocks. And he comes back in and he says, "Look, the best I can do is a couple of brunettes and a couple of redheads." The man them are well impressed with that, and it's like, "Where'd you get them?" He said, "Oh, I see them in the 654 Club down the street." He said, "Man, that's sick. Have a £2 tip." He's like, "Sweet." So anyway, girls and the guys start chilling. They start having a good time, enjoying themselves, if you know what I mean. And they get a bit bored. So they come and see Freddy and they say, "Look man, can you hook us up with some fellas to play cards with?" He's like, "Yeah, no worries, geez. Alright, let me take a walk down the street." So he walks down 1, 2, 3 blocks. He comes back. "I've got 4 guys, but they're all named Jack." And they're like, "Sweet, now we can get some card games going." "Where did you find them?" He says, "I found them down the 654 Club down the street." "That's amazing, have another £2 tip." So anyway, they all start playing cards and, you know, winning some, losing some. The 4 kings, these man them start running a bit low on funds, right? So they come up to Freddy and they're like, "Freddy, look, can you hook us up?" They're like, "Can you get us some change for 40 quid? He says, "So let me have a look." He walks down 1, 2, 3 blocks. He said, "I managed to get you some change." He goes, "But all I've got is 4 tens. They say, "Sweet, thanks for that. That's going to help us out. Have another £2 tip." So the guys are talking to Freddy and they're like, "Look, Freddy, we've been looking at you, right? And you know, you look like a smart guy. And you own your own gaff and all that stuff. But we're thinking, like, you know, you must be a young guy, right? Like 38? He said, "Close. I'm actually 39. I say, "No way." I said, "Do you live around here?" He said, "No, I live in a nicer bit of town down the street. I live at 1329 West 8th Street. I said, "No way." I said, "Do you gamble?" He said, yeah, I do like a gamble actually. I gamble every day. Just down at the 654 Club down the street." They say, "Shut up." So they said, "If you gamble so much and play cards, you must have seen some good hands in your time, right? If you're down there every day." He said, "Funny enough, the other day I saw a guy with 3 7s and a pair of 8s. They said, "No way, did he win?" "That's a full house." He said, "Funny enough, he didn't win. It's because there was another guy there who had 3 aces and a pair of 9s. So that's crazy, did he win?" They said, "No, he didn't even win because there was a guy there, David Masters, who had a flush, straight flush, in spades. He won the jackpot." And that's the story of Freddy the Fixer and the 654 Club.